Today we're going to review an Irish whiskey with a little Canadian flair. Writer's Tears Inniskillin Ice Wine Finish Irish Whiskey. Welcome to Four Leaf Whiskey. So today we're going to get into Writer's Tears Inniskillin Ice Wine Finish Irish Whiskey. This was the first ever Irish whiskey that was finished in ice wine casks. This came from the Inniskillin winery in the Niagara region of Ontario, Canada. If those of you not familiar with ice wine is created when the grapes are picked after the frost and the freeze, and then the juice is extracted from those grapes. Inniskillin, they say they pick the grapes, they feel the ideal temperature is -8 to -15 Celsius, roughly about, I think it's 5 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me know if I'm wrong. Canada is actually the #1 producer of ice wine in the world, and Ontario is a big contributor to that. Writer's Tears is owned by the Walsh family, and after a trip to the Inniskillin winery, they felt the ice wine would be a perfect vehicle for the Writer's Tears copper pot. This has been finished for 12 months in the ice wine cask. I could never find a source that specifically said which ice wine. I believe it is the Vidal. This is a blend of single pot still and single malt. This is from cask 556 and the ABV is 46%. So on the nose, getting a lot of honey. You immediately get the sweetness right off the nose, right off the gate. For those of you not familiar with ice wine, it's very, very concentrated, very sweet, and it typically is a more expensive, labor-intensive wine to make. There's some fruitiness coming off of this. It's kind of like a peach. Say peach or apricot. Getting a little of the pot still spice. A lot of honey and vanilla. Little bit of the oakiness, just a little. Sasha. Very sweet. The first note I'm getting is kind of honey, like a honey almond. Honey, almond, vanilla. A little bit of that pot still spice. It's finishing right at the end with mango. I got more of a peach apricot on the nose, but on the palate, I'm getting more of like a mango. It's definitely going into the tropical fruit, but it's right there at the finish. It goes, the honey almond is what you get hit with first, then kind of vanilla oakiness, and the finish is lingering with that tropical fruit. The mouthfeel is really viscous, almost like you're drinking an ice wine. For those of you who have had ice wines, you know what I'm talking about. They taste thick. They taste a little syrupy. This definitely tastes a little syrupy. Good length of finish on this. So I had the opportunity for work to be actually in Canada a couple months ago, and I picked up a small bottle of Inniskillin Vidal ice wine. So let's compare the two and see if I get some similarities. So we have a small bottle of Inniskillin Ice Wine Niagara Estate. This is a Vidal. Yes, this is a Vidal. I bought this partly to do this review and partly because it's so stinking cute. It's such a cute little small bottle. So we're going to see if I'm getting some similar notes between these two. And you could tell just from pouring this, it pours like a syrup. Definitely very, very sweet. Yeah, on the nose, I'm getting all of that peach. Kind of like, almost like frozen peaches. Like a peach ice cream. A lot of honey. There are some tropical fruits, kind of like pineapple tidbits, like in the syrup. A little vanilla. Very, very sweet. I don't get any of the almond. On the ice wine itself, I got a lot of honey. A lot of honey, a lot of tropical fruit. So going back to the Writer's Tears, I'm getting similar notes. I'm thinking it was the Vidal that this has been finished in. Getting still the honey, nutty like almonds. Still getting a little mango at the finish. It's not coming off as sweet now compared after this ice wine, but I'm getting more of the pastel spice now. I'm getting a little bit of kind of a nutmeg. A little more after comparing it to the ice wine. There's definitely similar notes going on. Honey, vanilla, a lot of sweetness. Still very, very viscous. Almost tastes kind of syrupy. Very oily. The tears are sticking to glass pretty well. Very oily. A lot of sweetness, but a really good length of finish on this one too. The final thoughts, Writer's Tears, Inniskillin Ice Wine Finish Irish Whiskey. The Writer's Tears Inniskillin was the first ice wine finished Irish whiskey. It's no longer the only one. Two Stacks also released a couple of a red ice wine finish. I don't think they're from the same winery. They are from the same Niagara region of Ontario. This, for me, this one's a buy all day. I think I paid $85 US for this bottle. I would get another one, honestly. And I intend to get another bottle. This is my second. I thought this was available in the US. Maybe it just flew off shelves so quickly that people didn't get a chance to get it. Maybe it just hasn't gotten its way here yet. It is still available in Ontario. You can still get this in Ireland. This one is, it's one of the better finishes, I think, from Writer's Tears. I don't love all the finishes from Writer's Tears, but I do think I enjoy their finishes more than the regular copper pot. This honestly has been my favorite of the ones I've tried. If you're a fan of a sweeter whiskey, I think you're really, really going to enjoy this. I think Writer's Tears fans are really going to enjoy this one as well. So if you see this one, it might be worth picking up. Please like and subscribe. Comment below and let me know if you've had Writer's Tears Inniskillin. Sláinte.